Welcome to Burlesk Custom Guitars. Guitars have been my passion for my entire life. Handcrafted by my hands to be played by yours. Each one I create is like no other. My name is James. Come along with me on this musical journey. Sounds right.
So what's going on here, James?
I'm just trying to set this bad boy up. I'm going to route out the pocket on here,
Okay.
because I put a what they call a brass big block on.
Hi, James.
Good day.
What are you working on?
I just finished up the modification of the pullback on this bad boy.
Right.
Now it's set up. Got a little bit of clearance to do some pullbacks. Mission accomplished. Little test run. These aren't the actual pickups that we'll be using, but they are DiMarzio pickups we'll be using in the guitars. So just to make sure everything's going to fit nice. Gonna cut it out now. So we're going to probably do one of two things. We're going to do either a magnetic plate or a plate that goes on around the outside. Not 100% sure yet. Alex has got to decide what he wants to do there. That's the reason I've left this just here, so we can get access if we've got the magnetic plate going in. So you'll have to be so you can actually get the plate out. I like to cut a little bit around the neck, give myself a little space. Couple more cuts in here. I just want to double check everything with the neck.
Hi, James.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
what are you doing right now?
I am about to embark on a delicious adventure with this beautiful 12-string Taylor that my client Barry brought in for me to do the frets, because he's never had them done. We just basically give it a good setup. And I'm also going to install a in-sound hole pickup and hardwire it in so that there's a jack at the back instead of that strap pin. So it's going to be like literally hardwired into the guitar, and just plug her in and away you go, instead of having a 20-foot cord hanging out of your guitar. Yeah, he's had this guitar for quite some time apparently, and I just finished doing that other guitar for him that you guys saw as well, so I just wanted to make sure this was in great condition, and it seems to be. It's a beautiful guitar. GA412 Taylor. Yep. So we will see you when I'm halfway or whatever into it.
Right on. James, I'm back.
Hello!
So what have you done?
I have completed my task and I'm about to restring this beauty with some SITs, but I'll tell you what I did. I did obviously beveled the edges, leveled, crowned, dressed, polished, treated the fretboard, treated the bridge, cleaned everything up inside, inspected all of the bracing, and then I installed this Fishman acoustic pickup, and then put it in and wired it up all in so that it's basically a hard install now. So it's wired right into the guitar.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So you can, oh, sorry, my finger's not gonna do that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, just gotta restring it with the ever trusty SITs, and maybe I'll play a lick or two for you.
Nice. Hi, James.
Holy shit, hi.
You're not supposed to swear.
I'm sorry. Darn.
No.
So it's finished.
I can hear.
You heard, yes. Fishman pickup's in, it's all set up, the frets are done, set up to use for capo. And man, every time I hear this pickup, it just blows me away more and more. It's really nice, straightforward, simple, and you heard how good it sounds, I guess. It's awesome.
It's great. Nice.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yep. I gotta put the truss rod cover back on, but yeah,
That's
she's
great.
good to go.
Yeah.
Sounds great. That's the better part. It sounds great.
Sure does. Now, what are you working on?
Working on Jim's bass, and I have exciting news. After removing a bunch of debris, and as you remember, I don't know if you guys remember, I'm sure Lori has it on film from before, that this was on here. I don't know why. And then upon further investigation, I yanked this out to find, after I had a spare piezo kicking around, and I've installed it already, that it works! So we're going back to the original bridge. I'm going to make a bone saddle for it, custom fit. I'm gonna sand this down, make it nice and smooth, and I'm gonna put some acoustic strings on it, and this thing's gonna kick some butt.
Nice. Hi, James.
Hello.
What are you working on?
I am working on Cheyenne's Les Paul Jr. and doing some serious modifications to it.
Ooh, modifications. Do tell us.
Okay, first thing I did was got rid of his P90, and I I've routed it to fit a custom-made humbucking pickup ring. It's going to cover it. And so I've routed it just for the width, obviously, and there was enough room, and then the depth. And we're putting in a DiMarzio F-Space tone zone. And I've also put on a set of new tuners, some easy locks, and I'm just in the middle of doing a fret dress. The edges on these were, as you can see, pretty bad. A little bit of a cheese grater, and I've done a level. Still have to crown, but yeah, Maudie.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool when it's done. I've done this actually for his other. He has another guitar very similar to this, and it had a P90 in it, and I did the same thing for him with a super distortion in his other guitar. So now he'll have two guitars very similar, with two different sounds. Well, not so far off, but same kind of genre.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you like what you like.
Yeah, he's very cozy with these, and straightforward. It's got one pickup, a tone, and a volume, and that's all you really need in the world of rock and roll, as they say.
Very good.
Very cool.
We'll have a listen too.
Possibly, yes.
Okay, great. Hi, James.
Hello.
What's going on now?
All finished up. The Les Paul Jr. conversion. DiMarzio tone zone placed in place of the P90 that was in, and I made a plate and mounted it on a pickguard ring, metal pickguard ring, and routed out the pocket. Then we've done a full fret dress, edges, treated the fretboard, and a new set of Wilkinson Easy Lock tuners to top it off.
Very nice.
And we also did some cleanup of the electronics and a new tone cap, but nothing out of the ordinary that isn't normal here at Burlesk Guitars.
That's right.
That's right. All in the name of tone. Done!
Hi, James.
Hello!
What's going on over here?
I'm about to file in the contour on Alex's guitar.
Very cool.
Just gave him a call, or gave him a text and gave him a couple of alternatives for lines, and I just said, how do you want it, like a Strat, or do you want a little less? And he said, let's try and keep as much area as possible, so, and just a slight contour, because I've already contoured the back as well, so,
Right.
yeah. And I like to use a Dragon Rasp. A lot of guys will take it over to a bandsaw, which you can do, and you can just cut the angle off, but I don't know, it's more handmade, I think, when you do it this way. Yeah, I like to do it by hand. You have way better control, and you can see your lines. I always draw the lines in first, and just kind of, that's my little guide, and I just follow them. Nicer cut. You don't have to worry about blades busting off or the blade going sliding, because that can happen when you're doing crazy angle cuts. This way you have perfect control over it.
I think it turns out nicer.
Well, and it's more handmade, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that it isn't handmade by using a bandsaw by any stretch of the imagination, but this is how they used to do it in the old days. So
Yeah.
that's what my whole goal is with doing this, is trying to do as much as I can with my hands as possible. I'm up against machines now.
Yeah, that's right.
They're coming after me first. CNC machines will come and get me. So I'm competing with the machines now. They're coming to get me. The Guitarminator. Are you Mr. Burley? James Burley.